Shalom, Kol Halal Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua B'Hashem HaKal Kodash. Double homage to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. And Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. The brother Yahshua back with the World War III Daily Update. And I suggest you go and watch the video that comes before this. It's got a lot of the same content for more understanding, but right now I'm just going to go into something that I saw that was interesting. So let's take a look at that. First, let's get Matthew 24 and 6. All right, because, and I go here a lot because we're in that, we're in the time of this prophecy, all right? So there's Matthew 24 and 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. All right? And that's as far as I'm going to read. Now let's look quickly at the different versions. In NIV, you will hear wars and rumors of war. New Living, you will hear wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Wars and rumors, wars and rumors, wars and rumors, all the way down till we see something different here. Wars and rumors. It is going to Aramaic Bible in plain English. It is going to happen that you are going to hear battles and reports, all right, of wars. You're going to hear about wars and threats. Do we already see that? Rumors, rumors. News of battles far away. All right, news. News, threats, rumors. Okay. Threats, rumors. Okay. You get my point. Threats. News. Reports. Okay? So let's see. This would probably fall under a rumor. What does this say? This is Carrier Pigeon Channel, 21 hours ago. I think I saw this yesterday. Afghanistan attacked Kazakhstan. What? Taliban joined. Look at that. Taliban joined. Things got messy. Russia will attack. What the hell is this? A rumor? It's a report? Is this news? Let's watch this commercial. Let's watch this commercial first.
In heaven.
Commercial there. All right, let's see what Carrier has to say. Get that picture. What really went on?
Welcome to the Carrier Pigeon Channel. Events in Kazakhstan have not stopped yet. Protests and clashes continue. Fierce clashes took place between the Russian troops sent to the region and the demonstrators. It was understood that weapons were sent to the demonstrators from foreign countries. The conflicts in Kazakhstan also spread to the terrorist groups in Afghanistan. Terrorist organizations entered Kazakhstan. Events are growing.
When they say weapons and troops from Afghanistan, what does that actually mean? Well, considering that the United States scrambled out of Afghanistan and left a whole bunch of equipment right there. Huh. What was that about? What was that about? So listen to that again and consider You know, what? WTF? What the hell is going on here?
Traders from foreign countries. The conflicts in Kazakhstan also spread to the terrorist groups in Afghanistan. Terrorist organizations entered Kazakhstan. Events are growing. In the statements made by Russian sources, it was claimed that demonstrations were organized in the region. Kazakh authorities say the attacks were orchestrated by the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, and Tablighi Jamaat.
Okay, and we know who is supplying training the Taliban, Al Qaeda, Al-Qaeda, okay, ISIS. You call it what you want to, but if you've been following this thing, those are proxy warriors, mercenaries, if you will, and who's funding them and arming them.
It was claimed that the leaders of the Al-Qaeda terrorist organization and the Taliban went to Pakistan. Kazakh officials said that the civil war in Kazakhstan was planned and implemented in Pakistan. He also says that terrorist groups entered Kazakhstan through Afghanistan and Pakistan. Weapons support is provided to the demonstrators in the region. In addition, there are violent clashes between security forces and terrorist organizations in the region.
And we know who Pakistan is in bed with. We know how we even got into Afghanistan in the first place. We went straight through Pakistan. All right? We know that going back how many years? 20? When did we go into Afghanistan? 20 years ago? We went in through Pakistan. When I say we, I mean the United Snakes.
The peacekeepers and the Cossack army still could not fully control it. There are allegations by Kazakh authorities that Afghan terrorist organizations have entered the country. However, these have not been officially proven. With the arrival of Russian troops in
Well, if they have not been officially proven, then what does that make it? A rumor? A report? Okay. What's really going on over there?
proven. With the arrival of Russian troops in the region, an operation was held at Almaty airport. However, there are a total of 100 Russian soldiers conducting the operation in the region.
Here's what's not going on. All right, what they're claiming. Well, they raised the price of oil and the people revolted and they just stormed up. They took down the cops with their hands and plowshares and rakes and shit, pitchforks. That's what didn't happen. So why are they pushing that narrative? No, they sent battle-hardened soldiers in there and armed them. The first thing they did was go to the storage bunker where they knew that the weapons were, where the bugs, if you will, the plague, the germ warfare. Where's that at? They gonna come out and say that? What they have? Bubonic? What they have down there? What's the one? The can't think of it right now, but all right. This is germ warfare. All right. With all the things going on right now, people getting sick, what do you think that is? Right. It's war. All right.
The demonstrators in the region became quite strong. They also have heavy weapons. When Russian troops approached Almaty airport, the number of armed demonstrators in the air.
They keep calling them demonstrators. First you call them the Taliban, Al Qaeda, and now you're calling them demonstrators again? All right? Come on, be consistent at least.
It was more than 800. However, the airport needs to be cleared before help arrives in the area. For this reason, violent clashes took place between the Russian soldiers and the armed group. After the support to the area, the demonstrators began to flee. Despite the large number of demonstrators, they lack weapons training and operational knowledge. Therefore, within 48 hours Almaty airport was completely cleared.
Now, they lacked logistics and training compared to Spetsnaz, of course. All right, Russia's finest.
However, armed demonstrators launched another attack south of the city. It is stated that trained terrorist groups from Afghanistan and Pakistan have entered Kazakhstan. Therefore, conflicts are expected to escalate. It is said that the number of terrorists in the region exceeds 10,000. However, peacekeepers and the Kazakh army began operations. He claims that Russian soldiers have killed more than 200 terrorists since the start of operations. Kazakh officials said Russian systems were brought to the area. Russia sent electronic warfare systems to Kazakhstan. Thus, communication between the armed groups was cut off. In addition, the locations of the demonstrators were easily identified. Thanks to this, the operations are said to have been successfully completed. Russian troops say they will stay in the area for a week. However, demonstrations and clashes continue. On the other hand, after the airport was taken under control, a transport plane from Libya was detected. As a result of the investigations, it was stated that the transport plane arrived in the region the day before the demonstrations. The transport aircraft supplied weapons and ammunition to demonstrators and terrorist groups in the area. It is also stated that mercenaries.
Okay, does this not sound like World War III to you? With all these different players, right, in that theater, what the hell is going on? It's called World War III.
Came to the region with this plane. Russian sources claim that this plane supports the terrorist organization. Kazakhstani authorities did not make an official statement. Russian President Vladimir Putin made statements about the latest events in Kazakhstan. Vladimir Putin said that Russian soldiers went to the region at the request of Kazakhstan. Putin said that the devastating events in Kazakhstan were planned by foreign powers. Putin stated that these attacks will continue. Later, the president of Kazakhstan made some statements. Tokayev stated that these events were a coup and were supported by foreign countries.
Foreign countries. Plural. That sounds like World War III. Is this thing about to escalate out of control? And how many fronts? There's this front, which we'll call the Northern Front. Then you have the Southeast China. What do they call it? That's a different front over there in Taiwan. Then you have the Valley of Jehoshaphat, or what they call the Middle East. All right? So let's let a little more of this play because this is breaking.
Tokayev said that they asked for help from Russia and that Russia sent 20-30 soldiers to the region. Tokayev, 16 security guards lost their lives. With the arrival of Russian troops in the region, we took the events under control, he said. He also stated that a new cabinet will be formed due to the resignation of the government. On the other hand, when the events started, the daughter of former President Nursultan Nazarbayev fled to England. The government resigned as a result of the growing events with the fuel hike protests. 164 people lost their lives in the clashes. It is also stated that 20 security guards were martyred. While these events were taking place, Aliya Nazarbayeva smuggled her $4 billion fortune to England. She also bought a mansion and jet from England.
Sounds like the Romanovs, huh? They didn't get out in time. These people are like that. Fuck that. I'm not gonna be Anastasia.
The news that the family had a close relationship with British politicians caused anger in Kazakhstan, where unrest prevailed. With the start of the events, there was no internet access for 5 days in Kazakhstan. As of today, telephone lines and internet access have been reopened. Tokayev declared mourning on January 10th. Flags were lowered at half-mast for the deceased security forces and citizens. During the events, 7,139 people were detained. In addition, a large number of unlicensed weapons and ammunition were seized.
Prisoners of war, 7,000. Okay, so that's called World War III. All right, let's look at. Let's see if we can find PA. don't know how to spell that. 3 days, 2 days, struggle. 3 days, 4 days, gunfire, surge, dozens, stun grenades. Okay, so they're keeping that quiet. What are the pathogens? Car fuel, troops, shoot to kill, troops, fuel protest. Okay, I know what to do. So Lockett, bear with me because I'm going to hunt this down. Let's see, let me go to my history. Now, what was this? This was a guy. He was like this prepper dude. What was he called? Now watch, it's not going to show up. Boston Forbes, Precepts, Yari Law. Be further down. I was going to do a Doomsday, a bunker shell. Let's see. RT. Bear with me. Let me try to find this. Soviet RTD. What was it called? It was some prepper dude. Sunday? Deltacron. Off grid deck? No. Canadian. What? Chink. Carrier. Slovakia, bear with me. It wasn't full spectrum. Huh. It wasn't Reginald. Wow, I don't think it was Saturday. That's going back too far. Let's go. Southern? Ah. I don't think it was this guy. We can check. Let me see. See if it was this guy.
Which is better, white?
Slovakia. Let me see if it was him.
Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One. Welcome to the news. The president of Kazakhstan has authorized shoot-to-kill orders in his country. The protest started
it's
with
not
the doubling
this.
price.
It's not that. Oh, I gotta go all the way back down. What was this guy prepper? It was a prepper, and he was breaking down what they went in there. The first thing that they did, they went in and they went to the ammo storage, I believe. They call it something of that nature. And they spoke of the pathogens that were taken. Slovakia. Let's see. Might not be able to find it. Let me see. Friday. See, I'm way too far away. We'll try it one more time. Okay. This is all. Wasn't yesterday. Okay. this guy. Okay, here we go. Found it. All right, so let's watch what this guy said.
Hi, folks. Welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by.
I'm going to speed it up. I'm going to try
So,
to get to it.
and again, I'm just piecing things together. And if I have something that's just my own opinion, I'll let you know. Doing some research back in the 90s, shortly after the fall of the Soviet Union, excuse me, the United States moved in to these countries,
Yes.
Kazakhstan and Georgia,
Yes.
and a few others in that area.
Wait a minute. Let's go back and look at that. See, why is nobody speaking of this? You got to dig. Sometimes you got to dig deep. Ex-Soviet bioweapons labs are fighting that. And, these people don't like it. Moscow doesn't like it. Look at this. One of the greatest achievements of U.S. foreign policy has been targeted by vicious disinformation. Listen to what this guy is saying right here, because this goes into the scandemic and what we're being led to believe is going on. Because when you get back into why they're locking us down and why we're getting sick, it goes back to China. And there's something called bio war or germ warfare, and the word warfare is on back of germ. So is this part of the war?
The United States moved in to these countries, Kazakhstan and Georgia. And
Wait a minute. He said the United States moved into these countries. Listen again.
The Soviet Union, excuse me. The United States moved in to these countries, Kazakhstan and Georgia and a few others in that area. And they basically took control of some biolabs that the Russians had run when they were there under the Soviet Union. And at the time, there are articles going back to the 90s of how the Russians were the new Russian Federation was very upset.
Senior Russian officials have promoted conspiracy theories claiming that the labs are part of a secret U.S. that infrastructure designed to spread deadly what and what? What's going on? We're in the middle of World War III, folks.
That the Americans had gone in and basically taken control of these biolabs that were once under the control of the Soviet Union. Okay, so there's articles going back talking about that. Fast forward to around 2013 or
Have you ever heard of the term asymmetric warfare?
so, the United States announced that, kind of secretively, I mean, it wasn't a big announcement, but it is out there, that they would be funding the building of new bio research labs in Kazakhstan and a few of the other stands around.
Are we seeing something here that's not being said? All right. What is this? That's where the airport is. Will serve as a way station for a what? Global what? Remember the war on drugs? Were they pushing drugs or were they eradicating drugs? What was going on in Afghanistan? Were they growing poppies or were they eradicating them? Pat Tillman. You remember Pat Tillman?
And this was all kind of under the head of the NIH, yes, the same NIH that Dr. Fakey kind of runs. And there's definitely some information there in their records of testing for different,
Look at this. Look at the words here. Enhances detection, identification, in response to emerging and re-emerging that with that or that potential. Look at this. Look at these words.
Viruses and things like that going back and forth between Kazakhstan and the United States.
Look at this. Why is this not? Oh, no, you know what this was about? It was about the price of gas going up. And some people got mad because they was finna be cold. Come on now. Are they going to put this in the mainstream media? No.
Now, it's interesting if you go back to 2015, 2016, times like that, there are some videos out there out of Kazakhstan in their language. You can find them with some translation, and they're talking about how they're so excited to have this new biolab. It's like a level 4 biolab that the United States government helped pay for.
Boom.
And they talk about the stuff that they will be studying. And they talk about that they have over 100.
Such as highly that, this word, that one. Look at this.
Different vials of the plague, the bubonic plague, and in fact that they have one that they call the plague's little sister, and they actually talk about it in the video, all in their native language. They go on to talk about other viruses and bacteria that they will be studying there, including and not limited to coronaviruses, influenzas, Zika, and Ebola, all at that facility. There's been a lot of, over the years, it seems, a little bit of secrecy and admittance and denial and all kinds of stuff regarding those labs. The Russians have made it pretty clear that they're not happy with them being there. So,
wow. Look at this. No, tied to what and where did the first one come from? Has been what? Possibly what? Yesterday. Good stuff.
to the border, there has been throughout this whole health crisis. There has been a few times that the Russians and the Russian media has made claims that's possibly what's going on with this health crisis came out of some of those labs, or that there was a danger of those labs leaking something or being used to weaponize something. So that's all been going on in the last few decades, actually. Leading up to what's going on now, it's interesting that a big concentration of all this fighting is in the city of Almaty, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, in Kazakhstan, which just happens to be the same city that houses this biolab, weapons lab.
Almighty then. Almaty then. As your boy used to say. What's his name? The comedian? Almaty then. So you see where this is going. Wow. There's more going on than you think. So, all right, I don't usually ask for thumbs up, but if you're learning anything that you wouldn't have otherwise learned, this time put a little thumbs up from me. Let me know that, I'm doing something. All right, so this guy's name is The Prepared Homestead. Yesterday, January 10th, Kazakhstan and Russia, there's more going on than you think. Go back and watch it. We don't have time to watch the whole thing. Let's just, wow. How's that for a report of war? You will begin to hear of wars and reports, right? Rumors, news of asymmetric warfare. All right, reports. How's this for a report? Leave a thumbs up if you got something that you weren't thinking you were going to get. And we'll go ahead and close it right there. This has been the World War III Daily Update. I'm the brother Yashawan. I hope that the elect were edified, and with that, we're going to say shalom.